Hi guys, I'm sorry I'm not able to be here today. I wanted to give you a quick lesson over what we're doing today. First, you're going to need to find this piece of paper. On the back, it has our units of measure, and then this is the conversion sheet that will be very helpful today. You're going to struggle probably if you don't have this. You're going to have to maybe go online. I have a couple of extras that you can ask for as well, but you need to keep this. Don't lose it. So the first thing that we're going to do is write down a few steps because we're converting today, excuse me, we're converting from like 3 cups to fluid ounces. And I know from watching you guys on Tuesday that you're very good about doing that, just using common sense. Today I'm going to show you another method that I want you to use. I actually want you to utilize this method because it's part of our standards. And the first step in this, and I do want you to write this down so you can keep it handy. Step 1, make a proportion. Again, step 1, make a proportion. And if you don't remember what a proportion is, that's just like two fractions that are set equal to each other. For example, I could say 1/2 is the same thing as 5 over some number. Do you know what that number has to be? Hopefully you said 10. And I got there because I know that I could do 1 times 5 to get 5. And to keep it equivalent, if I times the denominator by 5, it's 2 times 5 is 10. Step 2. Find the conversion and fill it in. Find the conversion and fill it in. So what that means is I'm going to be looking on this sheet and finding what it is that we're dealing with. For example, here we're dealing with cups and fluid ounces. So I'm going to want to look over here and find cups and fluid ounces. Don't mark it out on your page. I'm just going to mark it out on mine. These things are a little trickier, and we're going to deal with these 8 whenever I come back on Monday. For today, the conversions that you're going to need are over here, either on the left or in the middle. So step 1, make a proportion. Step 2, find the conversion and fill it in. Step 3, fill in the numbers. From the problem. Fill in the numbers from the problem. So for instance, number 1 gives me a 3, and I'm going to need to go grab that 3 and plug it into my proportion. And then step 4 is solve. Once you get to step 4, you'll have your answer. And again, I know that just intuitively and with common sense, a lot of you are solving these on Tuesday, but part of what we're doing is making sure that we have a lot of different strategies to find this answer so that when we get over here to these that are not just common sense ones, we have another strategy that we can utilize. So let's try some of these. I want you to at least stick with me through 2. So at least do 2 together. And then if you feel very confident and you want to go ahead and do them on your own, that's fine. But I'm going to do several of them in the video. And I'm going to give you my email at the end so that if you have any questions, you can email me. So I'm on number 1, and I'm on step 1, make a proportion. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a long line equals a long line. And I know that I'm dealing with cups and fluid ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and label. That's going to be very important. Cups up top, fluid ounces on the bottom. Well, if I'm talking about 2 things that are equal, then my top number, my numerator, is cups over here. It should also be cups over there. And if my denominator is fluid ounces over here on the left, then on the right, it should also be fluid ounces. This is step 1, make a proportion. Step 2, find the conversion and fill it in. Okay, so now I have to go to my conversions. I'm looking for cups and fluid ounces. I see it right here, cups and fluid ounces. It turns out that 1 cup makes 8 fluid ounces. So I'm going to come up here and fill that conversion in, 1 cup, and I have to put the 1 with the cup. So if I had chosen to put cups on the bottom, I would have had to put the 1 in the denominator as well. So back to the conversion, 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. So I made a proportion, I found the conversion and I plugged that in, 1 and 8. Now I fill in the numbers from the problem. Well, the problem only gave me 1 number. It tells me I have 3 cups. So I don't have 1 cup. I in fact have 3. And I have to put it in the numerator position because that's where cups is. If I had put cups on the bottom, then the 3 would have needed to go in the bottom or in the denominator. And what I'm left with is not knowing this number. Again, intuitively, I know a lot of you already have that number. We're working today on the strategy part. How did I get from 1 to 3? I multiplied by 3. In order to keep it equivalent, I should do the same to the denominator and multiply by 3. What is 8 multiplied by 3? Hopefully you said 24. So my missing number is 24. So to go back, 3 cups is 24 fluid ounces. Let's go ahead and try another one. Number 2.